Morning students. In last class we have discussed about the types of chemical bonding. Already we have discussed about covalent bond and ionic bond. So this is another type of bond which is called coordinate or dative bond. So what is this bond? This type of bond is formed by unequal sharing of electron between two atoms. In this bond formation, one atom acts as electron donor and other atom acts as electron acceptor. For example, this is one of the ion whose name is hydronium ion. If you want to draw the dot picture of this hydronium ion, oxygen should be present at the central atom, and there are 3 hydrogen atoms which should be present in the surrounding of the central atom. And since it contains one positive charge, the positive charge should be present with any one of the surrounding atom. So this hydrogen contains positive charge. So this is oxygen. As you know, oxygen have 6 electrons in the valence shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. Hydrogen 1 electron. This is H plus ion. H plus means it release 1 electron. Since hydrogen contain only 1 electron and that electron is released by this hydrogen, that's why no electron is present with this hydrogen ion. So how the bonds will be produced? Now oxygen carrying 6 electron, that's why it requires 2 more electron. 1 electron will be attracted from this hydrogen, another electron will be attracted from this hydrogen, so that the total number of electrons inside oxygen become 8. And similarly, to make stability of hydrogen also take 1 electron. I mean, it shares with 1 electron of oxygen, and this hydrogen also shares with 1 electron of oxygen. Like this way, these 2 hydrogen also get the stability and they will produce covalent bond. Now, since these hydrogen do not have any electron, that is why to form the bond, as you know, to produce a single bond, 2 electron requires. Since oxygen carrying 2 lone pairs, so 1 lone pair take part in sharing with hydrogen, and this is called unequal sharing. These are called equal sharing because from both sides 1 electron is coming. That's why it is called equal sharing, and equal sharing always produce covalent bond. Here unequal sharing takes place because both the electrons coming from oxygen, there is no contribution of electron from hydrogen. That is why this type of sharing is called unequal sharing, and this type of unequal sharing produce the dative or coordinate bond. And to represent the bond, this is your oxygen, 1 lone pair is present, this side covalent bond with hydrogen, this side covalent bond with hydrogen, and this side dative bond you have to represent by putting an arrow like this. Since electron coming from oxygen side, that's why the arrows should be in that direction, and the whole positive charge coming to the molecule or ion like this. This is the dot picture of hydronium ion. Another example, this is one of the ion which is called ammonium ion, NH4 plus. If you want to draw the ammonium dot picture, nitrogen is the central atom. It contains 5 electrons in the valence shell, there are 4 hydrogen. 4 hydrogen you have to represent like this, and 1 hydrogen should be positively charged because it contains one positive charge. So since it contains positive charge, that's why these hydrogen do not have any electron, and these hydrogen carry one electron. So nitrogen and hydrogen shares like this to gain the stability. So now nitrogen have 8 electron, hydrogen also have 2 electron, everyone get the stability. But for this hydrogen, to produce the bond, these 2 electron shares with hydrogen, which is called unequal sharing. After unequal sharing, this hydrogen also have 2 electron, I mean it also gained the stability. Nitrogen also have the 8 electrons. So this side one covalent bond, this side one covalent bond, equal sharing, this side one covalent bond and this side one dative bond like this, and the positive charge coming outside of square bracket like this. So this is called the coordinate or dative bond. Covalent bonds are formed by equal sharing of electron, and dative bonds are formed by unequal sharing of electron. And this dative or coordinate bond is represented by putting an arrow. Actually, this concept is applicable when you apply the octet rule. I think you know about the octet rule. After formation of a compound, the central atom always should have the 8 electrons, and to make 8 electrons, always you have to apply this dative bond concept. Then you can apply the octet rule. In exam, you may get the question like this: draw the electron dot picture of this molecule by applying octet rule. When the octet rule is mentioned to draw the dot picture, then one thing you should know: every atom should gain the stability. I mean, every atom should gain the octet, I mean 8 electrons. In case of hydrogen, when it gains 2 electrons, it becomes stable. But for other atom, it should gain 8 electrons. So that is called octet rule. So I'll give you some another examples to draw the dot picture. For example, if you want to draw, this is one ion which is called sulfate ion, SO4 2-. If you want to draw the dot picture of this ion by applying octet rule, this is sulfur. As you know, sulfur have 6 electrons in the valence shell because its atomic number is 16286, 6 electrons in the valence shell. There are 4 oxygen. You draw the oxygen in the surrounding position, and there are 2- charge. So 1- you put inside one oxygen, another negative with another oxygen like this, total 2-. Oxygen have 6 electrons, you know. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electron. And since it carrying one negative charge, that's why it has 7 electrons. Negative means it gain one extra electron. Here 7 electron. Here also 7 electron because one negative charge is present. Negative means it gain one extra electron. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 electron inside sulfur. Since sulfur contains 6 electron, so how much requires? 2 requires. That's why 1 electron will coming from this oxygen. Oxygen will take 1 electron from this sulfur. Similarly, this sulfur will take 1 electron from oxygen. Oxygen will take 1 electron from sulfur. Now inside this oxygen, 8 electrons, already 7, it take 1 electron from sulfur, so 8. This oxygen also gain 8 electron. Now sulfur initially contains 6, 1 electron from this oxygen, another electron from this oxygen. Now sulfur also have 8 electrons. Now as you know, to satisfy octet rule, you cannot take more electron for sulfur because sulfur already complete the octet. That is why if you want to satisfy octet rule, then what you have to do? You have to do unequal sharing with this oxygen. When you do unequal sharing, then inside this oxygen 8 electron, inside this oxygen also 8 electron, and sulfur have also 8 electrons. And that is why the dative bond concept is applicable here. So that means this side one dative bond, this side one dative bond, this side covalent bond, this side also covalent bond. Here 3 lone pair present. Here also 3 lone pair. Here also 3 lone pair. Here also 3 lone pair. This is the negative one, this is your negative one. So like this way you can represent the dot picture of sulfate. This 2 minus you can write in outside of square bracket also. So like this way you have to apply the dative bond concept. Thank you.